Talked about like NA liking Sword or whatever, like, you know, like NA plays weird factions, you know, whatever, but like this divide is insane.
Absolutely insane.
Oh, mirror matchup right out the gate. And we have Gengur going second and Hacterox going first, and this could mean a lot of repercussions here. Burn Rune going first can be very devastating.
Yes.
The only caveat being that you don't actually gain access to as many Crimson Sorceries necessarily as you would, which is kind of important, and you don't get access to it as early as you would going second. But talk to me a little bit about the match, Envy, and where do you see D-Shift lining up against Burn Rune?
D-Shift against Burn Rune. Burn Rune is a very aggressive list. He does have Calamitous Curse, though, so he's playing more of a more generalized Burn Rune. He's not going like super hyper aggro.
Yeah, I believe he's running 2 Professors, 2 Curses, and 2 Bolts, so kind of like a mid-rangey defensive version.
He's actually more of an Earth Rune, really, than Burn Rune.
Right. Absolutely. And kind of about this matchup is D-Shift, as we've seen, it's really just can it survive until it can do its D-Shift turns. Now with these Chimeras in the deck, I don't know if these are just going to be brick draws off the top, if they're really going to help the D-Shift players. And Gengur's version, he's running 2 Chimeras in it with his 3 Flame Destroyers. So
there's got to be some secret meeting somebody had. Like, guys, Sazone just had some ice cream in a phone call. There it is right there, Chimera.
Right.
It's like, guys, I promise this card is good. Okay, I wouldn't lie to any of you, right?
To me, it just seems with like 3 Flame Destroyers, 2 Chimeras, 3 D-Shifts, like sometimes against an aggro deck, you're just going to sit there with nothing to do.
Well, to be fair, I think you lose that matchup anyway.
Okay.
And what are you going to do, play Fire Chain? That's reasonable, right?
I guess. That's true. All right, so we do see a Merlin here. Still no D-Shift in the hand for Gengur, so still looking for that. Maybe it's kind of like a hedge if you don't get D-Shift. It can just be like I can play some kind of a mid-rangey plan with a D-Shift later in the game or something.
You know what actually is I don't know. I was gonna say it might actually be okay against neutral decks, but I don't think it even is.
Right, it's a little too slow, I think.
Wow, an Evolve on a Scrap Golem to get rid of the Merlin here, because he has no other way of doing it.
Yep, have to kill Merlin, otherwise Merlin will spell boost yet again, which you never want to do.
And this also is another reason why Chimera is actually pretty great when your opponent draws nothing.
Absolutely, Chimera is amazing when your opponent draws nothing. So this is a perfect turn to evolve. Just get as much value in hand as possible. Has the Angelic Snipe to empty out his hand so he doesn't overdraw here.
Yeah, Gengur's going to town not because of Chimera, but because he's found 2 Merlins and he's found a Dimensional Shift finally, and actually has double Sorcery Cash next turn for Dimensional Shift. So
see if Hacterox can make a push here with this Levi. Still drawing into more sigils.
Drawing more nothings, yeah.
So many sigils. And Dance of Death's not hugely great. Decided not to use the Dance of Death on the one follower that he could have.
Right.
But after looking at Gengur's list with Chimeras and Flame Destroyers, maybe he's feeling he has some more room to cast the Dance of Death.
Right. Gengur opting not to play the second Sword Cache there, actually removing the Levi, which was probably the better choice because, you know, he top decked another Levi, which would have pushed way too much damage. But
plus, we know Hacterox only has 3 cards left in hand. I know Gengur knows that same thing, and he's probably not that worried. As long as he can keep the board clear every single turn, he's probably got a clear route to victory here.
Right. This is an awkward turn, though. He found another Sorcery Cache, so he can actually triple cache this Dimensional Shift, which is a huge boost.
Yep, getting it down as quickly as he drew it.
Kind of awkward, though.
Kind of awkward. I really feel like the removal option here is still probably the best.
And he went for that Sword Cache, has a 7, now a 6 play point Dimensional Shift. He can even actually make it 5.
All right, well, this is Hacterox's turn. He's got to make the most out of it. Oh, never mind.
And now it's 4.
The spell boost was just enough to finish out Hacterox's Levi as well.
I'm just a mage who's as old
yeah, I just don't see enough push in Hacterox's hand to even get the job done here.
Just a mage who's as old as dirt. Gengur! Gengur with a shrug!
I love it.
So many Levis, dude. He's played Levi every turn.
Gengur's so happy right now.
Oh, yeah.
He's a happy little guy right now.
Gengur hit what could have been a horrible matchup and it didn't play cards.
Nope, just didn't play enough cards to do enough damage. So here we're going to see Gengur go crazy.
Oh, yeah. Time for some real magic.
Play the Chimera. Do us proud. Show us why it's good.
I don't think it is good. I mean, he's going to play it, but...
I'm all tuckered out.
He does win. It's now his turn again. Dimensional Shift skips your opponent's turn.
Yep. Basically says, no more for you.
No more for you. No soup for you. Chimera, I guess, gave him lethal without the second dimension shift. He didn't need to take more than one turn.
That's true. So
there we
Gengur
go.
taking that first one with D-shift against Burn Rune. Not the greatest of matchups, like you said, but got there anyway.
He definitely got there anyway. But I mean, realistically, when you draw so terribly, Hacterox, you gotta feel bad for him.
Of course.
He drew terribly.
Of course.
When
you literally play what some like to call it brick rune because it's built off of brick sigils.
Right, you actually are laying
cards.
earth rights.
Right, exactly.
That could be literal bricks. Yeah, they're made of dirt.
But when you keep drawing them late in the
Yes.
game, that's no good. Drawing the bricks does not feel good. All right, so now we get to see Gengur's sword deck. Very general neutral sword with Fangblade Slayers.
Get a mulligan this whole hand, I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
And this is even a worse matchup for him. This matchup is absolutely horrendously terrible for him.
Yep.
If he manages to win this matchup even, Gengur's on a luck streak today.
That's right. Hacterox has the board wipes he needs, but again, his hand, it doesn't look very good. He's got
It looks fine, actually.
Now it looks better. He's got a 2-drop.
Being on the draw, though, makes Piercing Rune much more exceptional of a card. So, because it's almost never going to cost 4.
But if he didn't get the 2-drop or something soon to play, it might never have got an evolved follower.
He is once again drawing every Levi in his deck. He's just incredibly good at doing this. Hits for 0, of course.
Imagine Kai's is the play for this turn. One of the things I'll talk about with neutral sword is one of the reasons people play this, or two of the reasons I guess we can see in hand. We have got Maisie, which is a 2.22, which kind of is like Illyrial. When it evolves, it does something awesome. But when you have a neutral follower in play, it actually destroys any enemy follower regardless of what it is. Unless, of course, it's a Beauty and the Beast or something that you can't kill.
Right, exactly.
And Council of Card Knights, which is a 5-play point card that puts 3 1/3s into play with Ward, Bane, and Storm, one of each. Just a great value card. So two of the premier reasons why you play neutral sword.
Right. Calamitous Curse being drawn. This looks terrible for Hacterox. He's going to take a lot of damage next turn.
Yep.
But
like I was saying, Envy, no 2-drop to make that Piercing Rune better.
But it doesn't need to be better.
That's right.
But his hand is perfect for the answer.
He's got a turn, he's got a float here. I mean, he can play Wizardess, but
That is true.
this is a big turn for Gengur
He
here.
actually can't play Wizardess. It's impossible.
Ooh. Drawing all the 6-drops.
Yeah, I want to say Hacterox's hand is perfect for answering, but he keeps doing that. He keeps drawing perfect answers next turn.
Next turn. Next turn, that's right. He might not have a next turn.
And he cannot play Wizardess of Oz because she'll banish his entire hand. Basically. The useful part of it.
The useful parts, yeah.
The Calamitous Curse.
The Levi's might be good enough to clear the board, but after this Actress Faria comes down and pumps the entire team, that Levi is going to lose all
it's actually a consideration. Like, do you put space on the board for him to play Alice? Which is what Actress Faria basically is.
Right,
like,
that's
do
absolutely
you even
true.
make space? And he did.
And that's just going to be it. There's not going to be like a really good answer for this turn. I mean, he's got a Calamitous Curse, which will clear the board, but all this damage is getting through. We're talking
but that's actually just game.
Is this lethal? 4, 5, 6?
Yeah, it's 6 plus
7,
5.
Yeah, yep. Way more damage than lethal.
So Hacterox just twice. Just didn't get to play the game.
Drops.
Didn't get to play the game.
All the 6-drops. Hacterox, my man.
I still stick to this hand was perfect.
He's playing
until he kept drawing 6 drops.
And he bricked twice in a row.
Yeah. I mean, look at his hand right now. It's 5, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. Like he can't. He's playing dragon.
It's perfect.
You should go to Vegas right about now.
Yeah.
That's an incredible hand.